I'm by myself. Everybody went out. There's nobody in the house. I wanted to come on like 10 minutes ago because I don't know how to set up this contraption that's going on here. So I'm hoping we can run through it. Once I get it started, I think I'm in good shape. And I know a lot of you guys out there rewatch. I have a desk in front of me that is full of just a lot of, not crap, but it's just full of things that I need to clean off. It's a work desk. And then I have all my stuff set up here, another computer over here that I'm looking at. Going to ramble till a lot of people start coming on tonight. Just start off by, and you guys, and I hope, I'm going to repeat some things tonight that I haven't talked about in a while that I do need to address. And one of them is I hear everybody out there talking about the shorts, the YouTube shorts that are going out there. Instagram has them, X and TikTok, actually, the same ones are on all of them. That way we have a big reach out there with a lot of seniors. And now, after the last two drops with the U-Trip market is blowing up. And shit, man. I was looking for something but can't find it. So I wanted to a lot of you guys are actually saying, you know, the shorts are badass. And I think I love them because they get right straight to the point, 30 seconds average, and they go right straight to the point and talk about like things we're going to talk about tonight and go through them and get to them. Oh, there's one right in front of me, dude. All right. I can do that one tonight. And basically talk about a lot of hot topics that are about 30 seconds long. So if you guys have a chance, go over to YouTube, join that YouTube channel. I did want to talk about something on this Facebook page. YouTube's a lot better, and it just got a lot better. But on the Facebook page, I was looking at analytics on the Facebook page and on Jeff's Short Porch page too. And then my page there's only like we actually put out a lot of posts to the public. Anybody don't have to be a friend of ours. Anybody that sees it can actually watch it. But there's only 85% of the people that watch those don't join the channel. And I think and I want to get to it early tonight and talk about it a couple of seconds. Guys, if you are watching any of this video or any kind of the shorts or any video, you know, because we have analytics, so we can find out who's watching it. The ladies have jumped to 21% to 25%. I want to thank you, ladies, for actually joining on all of them, because what you're going to do with Short Porch and this podcast we do, we're going to fit you into a bat that's more suitable for your swing and would benefit you more down the road, instead of not knowing, you know, what your bat speed is and putting you in the wrong bat, because barrel flex has a lot to do with performance. Handle flex too, weight distribution, a lot to do. And I think what I see over the past 15 years, a lot of people jumping around. And for y'all, 15 years. For me, I've always did weight distribution and find out what bat was better for me. Even when I was playing USSSA back in the day, you know, we're talking about, I've been playing ball since 1980. And I've traveled a lot of good places and played throughout my career playing regular ball, kids ball, as you call them right now. We didn't have conference back in the day either, but I always did weight distribution, and it helped me because I'm not a big guy. You know, it kind of helped me to hit the ball better. So kind of spread that knowledge to everybody that watches these channels. And I think like I coach ladies teams. national championship ladies teams. My wife played. I coached her team for a while. I coached Zena, who hits balls with us for a few years, and I know that, and I fit them into bats. 25 years ago, I was fitting all them into bats, softer barrel bats, and at that time there were different bats that had softer barrels in them. And I'm kind of rambling here, but guys, join the channel. 85% of you guys that watch don't join or even follow. You don't have to put in a friend request. You guys watching tonight, listen, you don't have to put in a friend request. You can just join or follow the channel, and it'll say who's following. You know, anytime we put up something like this, you'll see it. It'll go to your Facebook page. Anytime that you join or you're a subscriber to that YouTube channel, it'll ding you if you hit the bell. When you get onto that, just go to YouTube and put in search and find out how to join it. It's really easy. Doesn't cost any money. You have to come up with a name, or do look a lot of people do is just go as anonymous and don't put in a name in there. Doesn't cost you any money to do it. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've got close to 9,000 right now. I only need 1,000 more. That was my goal years ago, was to get to 10,000. And that would be a big accomplishment for me, because that's something I've been looking for 15 years. And the funny part about it, I wasn't going to get there. You know, I didn't get there with senior softball bat reviews. I'm going to get there with Short Porch. And we have blown up. Got almost like a second life with that YouTube channel right now. What helped it too is the shorts are helping it quite a bit too. But make sure you guys join it. And then the website. A lot of you guys asking me about the website. I am putting information up on that website. I'm cutting video up, especially recently, because we got so much stuff that's coming out that me and Jeff will talk about later on. Showporchcuttingedge.com. That is the website. I am putting, if you guys get up there and look at that front page, I got a lot of stuff, a lot of information. I hope you guys can read it. What bat better fits you, and what category. I got compression numbers brand new, and okay, I'll talk about that in a minute when Jeff gets here. We compression tested those bats that we hit today. We got them yesterday. We got them 2 days ago and started hitting them yesterday. Facebook Live, and then we hit them again today, Facebook Live. We got around 400 swings plus. I haven't counted them yet, but we got over 400 swings plus on the Allen Hancock Jawbreaker, and on that U-trip bat, because everybody doesn't swing that U-trip bat. I sure didn't. I used on that U-trip bat, we got about 320 on that U-trip bat, and the compression on that U-trip bat. Clem's going to have to come in here and say it because he's got the bat now. But I think it was 255, somewhere around there. Started off at 260. So it dropped 5 pounds. Tremendous performance on that USSSA bat. But here's the deal, guys. And if you guys have been with me, you know that I do this, and I'm kind of like cheating. I call it a veteran move, but it's kind of like cheating. What I do is I let the guys break in the bats for me. And I've always done this. Even when I senior softball bat reviews, any bat that I thought was going to be a little hard, I would wait till they got to be well broke in and in their prime, right? And then I would come in and I would swing them and give my evaluation of the bat. Okay, I wasn't there with senior softball bat reviews to break bats in. And I told these guys this: I'd rather have Murray in there and Clem and Trey in there, breaking bats in for me. And then I would wait and I'd hear them, I'd see the performance, and then I'd jump in there and do my video, right? I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but that's the reason that I say a lot of you guys that are doing videos or plan on doing videos or plan on doing reviews don't, and I don't know why they do this, I guess to prove that the bat hasn't been messed with or hasn't been shaved. When you guys are doing video, and this is just a tip, when you guys are doing video, don't pull it out of the wrapper and start hitting it, because the bat is not going to perform, especially U-trip guys. Bat's not going to perform. It's going to take a few swings, depending on your bat speed, to see if it's going to perform for you. People want to see good video. People don't want to see you breaking a bat in. There, that's a lot better. I forgot to push. I can see you guys talking. But definitely, See, that's what I need to quit doing, is reading that shit. But people don't want to see you break a harder barrel bat in. I need to look. I'm gonna kind of put this down because I don't need to. And it just makes for horrible video. If you guys notice, and even when I was seeing yourself on bat reviews, that first round did not even make the final cut. Even today, we did our first round. That won't make the final cut because we got these bats primed. You know, the Allen Hancock DDT Jawbreaker. Well, that bat's ready to go. We got, you know, over 400 on it, compressions right where we want it. We'll talk about that later on. And that's when I like hitting them. That's when I like picking them up. I don't like picking them up because we are seniors. This is senior, right? I don't like picking a bat in to break it in. It doesn't matter what it is. I would let somebody else swing it. My personal bats, I like breaking in myself. But if we're doing any kind of review on a bat, because it's what we're doing here too, I don't like pulling them out of the wrapper and doing it on video because it just makes for horrible. It gives you a false sense of the bat's a piece of shit. It's always done it. You know, people watch, you got the big screen TVs, right? And I know this for a fact. A lot of you seniors out there will get up on that big screen TV and you'll see where them balls land, right? And you're going, damn, he hit the other day and he hit it further than that. Well, it was a different bat. You don't know that unless I say it on video. Hey, this bat's got 400 swings on it. It's going to perform a little bit better than the one you just seen me pull the wrapper off of it. And we don't do that all the time. And I think it's a disservice when you guys are doing videos and you just pull it out of the wrapper, because I think they do it because they don't want to make sure that it's, look, we're pulling out of the wrapper. It hasn't been touched, you know. But the majority of people watching that knows it hasn't been touched. Why would you get up there and put a video out there swinging a hot ass bat whenever you're a review guy? So that just makes no sense. So definitely that is something that we won't do. I mean, after our second round, on our second round, we start watching the video and start, like, that's when we start, because we're loose now, right? We're warmed up, as us seniors talk about. We got to get warmed up. Definitely. Richard Clem, you guys are, you guys watch Matt Barnes on Thursday night. Richard Clem will be up there tomorrow. Richard, if you know the if you guys know, I need to quit reading that shit, man. Definitely, Cage, I just called you out, brother. So Richard Clem tomorrow will be on Matt Barnes. He'll be talking. Matt Barnes, he does that TPSSA, that sanctioned tournaments, does a hell of a job promoting that. And he will be on there tomorrow to talk to him, I think around 7. And I think Matt's time is the same thing as a Texas time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Richard. But I think it's the same time. So, yeah, he'll be on there tomorrow to talk. I'm going to talk about a few things. And I hope I don't get into it too much late. But I do want to clear some things up. I'm kind of marking off what I've already talked about, so I'm going to have to breeze through it. I have, and since I have been talking on these a little bit about workouts, I have a workout program. I have a few. I have a lot, not a few. I have my own workout program that I've actually had since I was 30. 29. I think I developed it in 29. It's my own program. I did take some tips and ideas from Lou Simmons back in the day, because that was the guy that I actually, you know, how long ago it was. He had cassette tapes, so I'd get the cassette tapes and I would watch, and then I would watch. I actually went to one of his seminars back in the day. And listen to him. They coached us. Our coach, I had a coach for 5 years. He coached, like, we had 5 different weight class. I competed in the 198-pound class. That's how long ago it was. 198-pound class. ADFPA, American Drug Free Powerlifting Association. I would not compete against the Roid boys. Would not do it. So they drug test you every time you go in there. But what I found out was I started writing down the best routines that I can do that actually help my softball. And it took a long time, guys, because I would do different workouts and see if they would actually help with my softball performance when I about hit the ball. And I have them put away. I'm going to pull them back out. And I had a couple of people ask me for them. I was going to send them to them. If you guys, they are actually up on that membership channel on YouTube. The faster way to get there on that YouTube channel, they're actually up there. But it actually, every assistant routine and I do speed bench too, 9 sets of 3 reps, 40% of my max during the season. I'll go up to 55, 60% of my max in the off season. Off season, you want to get bigger and stronger in the off season. And then there's a way at the end of my off season, I kind of train into my during the season kind of deal because I don't want to be tight when I play. But guys have been asking me for that workout routine. There's a 5-3-1 workout routine I have that's really good too. If you guys remember a 5-3-1 workout, that's really good too. I would do that to gain mass, not mass, but I gain strength. There's a difference between mass training, strength training, and then strength training, mass training, and then for endurance. I mainly do the strength training. I don't want to get bigger. I don't want to get huge arms. You notice that a lot of guys that don't have that are really stronger than the guys. The powerlifters are usually stronger than the bodybuilders because they train that way, 4 to 6 reps. You want to get big, you want to get some mass, you get the 10 reps, 8 to 10 in that area right there. You want to get definition, you'll pull it up 12, 15, I do work in a 15 rep, but it's mainly speed, with my hands like this, and I'll do a speed routine. Richard, I am on my Facebook Live. That's my brother, guys. I got to let him know that. Then I'll say call you back. And but I'll send those out. That was one thing I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about this really fast here. If you guys, and I talked to Mr. Cage about this the other day because I really think that Cage has a really good swing. But I did talk to him, and I've learned this through the years. And I've been to 198-pound class when I was powerlifting. My best weight playing softball was a 220-pound class, 225-pound class. At 195, I just didn't have the strength. But whenever I got picked up by Laser Vision back in the day to pitch for them, God dang, dude, we're talking about 1999, I think, Laser Vision. And they asked me to pitch for them. I actually asked my wife if I can put on 20 more pounds because I was right around 200 at the time. If you guys are the little smaller guys, like this one guy that I talk to all the time, every other day, if you guys one of the smaller guys that weigh that 130-pound class, you got to get on creatine. For one, it's going to put about 10 pounds on you, water weight, but it's not water weight where you just feel puffy. It's to the muscle. Actually adds a little bit of water to the muscle. And it actually makes you stronger, ATPs, a little bit more energy. I think creatine on you older guys, you guys 50 plus, creatine's great for the brain. Do some research on creatine, guys. Creatine is really good for the brain. But for you younger kids, U-Trip, because I think what we're going to get nowadays is we're going to get a flood of U-Trip guys that are actually going to start watching this channel. And because our U-Trip is taking off, our bats from seniors, we've got this. I think we have the senior market right now. We're building bats for every senior out there, but the U-Trip is taking off, especially in the last week and a half. The U-Trip is taking off, so I think we're going to have a lot more. So we got to go in that direction. I know we're looking for a podcaster that can get up here and talk. I know Kate's talked about that on Monday night. That's going to take over that U trip. I don't think I haven't been in U trip for a long time. Played it all the time when I was a kid, but I'm not that involved in it. And I don't want it to take away from my senior stuff. So I am 65. So I can talk about training. I can talk about what I did back in the day to actually help me to compete at that level, at that conference level. It wasn't called conference back in the day. And beyond some of the best teams back in the day. I don't even know where that went. I should have been fucking with it. So, gain weight. If you kids out there, and I know I've seen you and I've talked to you guys everywhere. If you kids want to hit the ball harder, you got to put on some weight, some good weight. I'm not talking about eating burgers and fries every day, Cage. I'm talking about putting on some good weight. Creatine will put some weight on you, but you feel better. You're a lot stronger. Okay, look at powerlifting, right? Whenever you would compete in powerlifting, they'd always tell you, if you want to press more weight, you got to move up. That's how come they had weight divisions, right? Same thing. You're doing explosive movement when you're doing powerlifting. You're trying to do explosive movements when you're doing powerlifting. So they tell you to move up. You want to go up in weight. Watch when you go from 198. When I went from 198 to 220-pound class in powerlifting, guys, I was benching 30 pounds more on the bench, 40 pounds more on the bench, just by going that little bit of poundage, 22 pounds I put on by eating steak, potatoes, right? Good shit. Big prime rib steaks all the time, and potatoes. On my bench, not only on my bench, I got distance on the balls. I hit them harder. Exit velo went through the roof, and once I got to, I think, whenever I was with laser vision, I tried when I was asked by laser vision to pitch for them. And as a long story, I'll talk about that later, but not this segment, probably Friday nights. I'm going to do this, guys. I'm not even going to fuck with that. All right. Y'all guys are asking all different kind of questions. My prime 25 pounds is when I was at my best. I can run bases. I didn't have any problems. So about 225 was my best weight. And I had tremendous strength. I can hit the ball a country mile with an aluminum bat. So if you guys you kids out there, even you seniors out there want to hit the ball a little bit better, in my opinion, put on a little bit of pounds, but good pounds. Mix a steak in there every once in a while. A lot of guys, and I want to clear this up, man, and see if I can read this because I'll sprinkle all kind of shit around. A lot of guys ask me, and I did a short video about this the other day, but I do want to talk about it. A lot of guys will ask me, and this is like a learning channel too. So a lot of guys will ask me, what's your bat speed, Dave? And I said in that little video segment the other day that it doesn't matter what my bat speed is. A lot of people ask me, what's my exit velo numbers? It doesn't matter what I say because I've learned over the past 15, 16 years, being in the social media, you don't give up too much information because some people will attack you for it, So what I did was I never told anybody what my bat speed was. I never told anybody what my exit velo numbers were. I never videotaped it. I would do other people, but I would ask them, you want me to put this out because you're going to be giving up a lot of information on your bat speed. And I don't want people to get the wrong idea because your bat speed is my bat speed, right? Or you see me swinging. My swing's just like yours. What bat are you going to go with? What bat do you swing? What ounce do you swing? That's the biggest one that I get. Guys, do not do that. Do not, because we're trying to fit you in a bat for your bat speed. So you're asking me questions that I don't want to give up because I think it will mess a lot of people up out there. And if I do, you always got those guys that are going, oh, fuck, that's pretty badass. Then you got those guys going, you're a fucking liar, So why even get into that? The way social media is nowadays, I want to stay away from that. It's all about, let's get some good vibes going here, and let's, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what mine is. We're trying to fit you in a bat compared to you. I tell you what, I do have a gift in. I have a gift in watching you in live, watching you, and I can tell you really close what bat I can fit you in with a short porch bat. And I've done it. You know, who talked about this was Adam Fowler. Talked about this in one of his podcasts months ago. And he talked about how I do it, right? And I've done it. If you watch all my videos on YouTube, you'll know that I'll sit there, that bat's too heavy for you. You're dragging it. Here, swing this because it's a little bit of weight distribution this way. Yeah, I would rather put you in a balance bat. So this is the best balance bat because with your bat speed, it's a softer barrel balance bat. That's what I'm talking about. And I talked to Jeff about this. Like, I'm going to do this in Vegas. When we go to Vegas, I did it in Austin and I did it in Florida. When guys would come up to me and said, "Can you watch my swing?" Hell yeah, I'll watch your swing. So I talked to Jeff and I said, let me do this in Vegas. Let me go up there. And if I have to be mic'd up, we're going to be doing Facebook Live. I'll be mic'd up with Facebook Live for one, because y'all can hear me talk. And I can watch your swing. And I've been doing this for years, guys. I pitch to you and I can watch your swing. I do it to this day with Clem. Right, Clem? Because I sit there and go, "That's too light for you. You need to get you into something with a bigger mass on the end." And that's usually common sense with him, though. With Trey too, I've done it with him. No, you better swing this bat. I told Trey you need to go to a one-piece bat years ago. Trey, you'll say this. It's true. I tried to get him to a one-piece years ago, but that was because the one-piece back then were better than the two-piece now. I mean, two-piece back then. But because we are with short porch, we have badass two-piece bats now, especially with the DDT. So one thing you guys need to do is don't ask questions about what is your bat speed, because that should be only to them. They should only be aware of their own numbers. That's it. Own weight distribution numbers. Dave, what size bat do you swing? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to be confused because you think you can swing a bat like I swing a bat, but my numbers are different. I've got a 17-ounce end load. My best bat, 17-ounce end load with a 9 on the hands. I think I can control it a lot better. We'll talk about that down the road too, about control, weight distribution and control. There's a number, there's a formula there. So when you guys say, "Dave, what bats," okay, here's another one too. Dave, I got this yesterday. Dave, on Alan Hancock's bat, on the DDT, Jawbreaker, what weight should I swing? I'm like, I don't even know what your bat speed is. Can you tell me I don't know what my bat speed is. I can't tell you, man. I can't tell you. Send me a picture. Send me a video of you hitting. And please don't make it far away. If you can, put it real close. Or let me see a picture. Let me see a video of you off to the side, you swinging your bat. Or from the side, you swinging your bat. A little bit to the front and close. Get your whole body in the frame. I can get you close. But personally, one-on-one, I can get you there, right? So guys will ask me, what size bat should I swing? I can't tell you what size bat you could swing. I can't tell you what my exit velo is. That's for me. I won't tell you what my exit velo is because that's for me. That's my dialing in. I dial that in, and one thing I will say, because my guys been hitting with me for such a long time, they won't come in and say, "Dave, what do you think I should, be swinging?" Because they already know. They've been with me such a long time, Clem and Trey. There was one guy that came in, hit with us for a long time, and he had asked me, "What bat would you put me in right now?" And I go, "Definitely." And this is when I was senior softball bat read. So definitely not the one you just freaking walked in with. It's too hard for you, because I know all the bats. I swung all the bats. I know how soft they get. I know how hard they get. I've been testing this for years. So what I wanted to do with Jeff was, in when we go to Vegas, is be more involved. Like last year, we had it was a great success. Those demo days, and actually watch everybody instead of. And I know it's gonna, because I like talking to a lot of people. It's gonna have to be almost one-on-one with a lot of people getting in. Okay, we're gonna have all of our bats out there. Swing this one. See what you can get. Last year, I did it with a couple of guys. One guy was hitting a Brandon Murray, right? And I looked at him, I go, no. Someone else grabbed a bat, and I can hear it imploding. right? So we took it, get a compression test on it, 160, and he couldn't swing. This was a Zot composite. This is not with Kevlar. So all of a sudden, I turn around and I grab that bat that this other guy imploded at 160. I gave it to him. I said, "Now swing this one. If you're on here, you know who I'm talking about. Swing this one." It wasn't imploding on him. So I can do it. I just need to let you guys know ahead. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do it for everybody because a lot of you guys just like to get up there and rip it and get in front of the camera and then, hit the bombs with our bats. And, hey, I like the bat. I'm going to go buy one. It's just for whoever asks me. And I'd like to do it for a lot of you guys because I think I can put a short porch bat in a lot of you guys' hands out there. I'm kind of watching my time here. But that's and here's the deal. I try to answer you back, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. Really, I'm not, because when you ask me what bat I should swing, well, what's your bat speed? Well, I'm more of a medium. Well, hell, we got a few that's medium. We got medium low, medium high. What is the Allen Hancock bat? What is the one, the Jawbreaker right now? Medium high. He's a medium high, compression tested, 218, I think is what it was. He compression tested 218. We had a bat in today, a new bat you guys don't even know about that came in today to me, and it's compression tested 218. Now that's different. I don't know if we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it on Friday or maybe next week, So that one compression test, that's another bat I'm pretty excited about that just got delivered today that you guys don't even know about. There's other bats that are going to be delivered, in the next 3 weeks that you guys don't even know about. And it's all on a schedule. We can't jump ahead, unless Mr. Jeff Kessler says and Leslie says we could, but we can't jump. We got to keep everybody on the edge of their seat and waiting for the next, a next best thing, because what we're in the process of doing, always before Vegas, right? What we're in the process of doing is tuning bats for Vegas, right? Somebody got mad at Jeff the other day, and I kind of want to talk about this. Somebody got mad at Jeff the other day because he's not bringing back a certain bat that fit his swing. But what Jeff tried telling him is, hey, we've honed that bat a little bit. It's not going to be called that anymore. It's going to be called this. Just wait, because it's on a schedule. It's been put up on it. It's coming through it's coming down the conveyor belt. It's going on. It's going to be. It's on a it's on a timeline that it's got to be delivered to you guys, and it's coming back. And the guy got mad. Why did you even take it away? I love that bat. We're like whoa, and he got mad. He got mad at Jeff, for taking that bat away from him. But we do have a lot of drops because we're trying to fit. We probably have more drops, and this is just me. Actually, I don't think we do than that other bat company, but we have more drops than most of the bat companies out there because we are trying to fine tune. We're trying to fine tune into your bat speed, right? Handle flex, because we do want to fit you guys with a bat, and you ladies out there with a bat that's going to fit your bat speed. The one thing, guys, I do want to, before Jeff comes on here, just wait a little bit, Jeff. Wait a little bit. Give me about 10 minutes, Jeff, if you're on here. I can't see who's talking because I don't want to look at that. And I think it's better that I don't see who's talking because I kind of get squirrel moments too much. Let me explain something to you guys about how we work. Okay. At the beginning of every year, every company does this. We have so much money, and money meaning bats are things that we give away. We have so much money that it's allowed to spend on advertising. We have so much money that we put out there, and we have these. Leslie and Jeff has these different things that they can actually let some bats go to that actually could help them. Guys, we are so popular right now. We get an onslaught of people wanting things just delivered to them so they can auction them off. And the problem that we have is we're very popular right now. We can't do this for everybody. And we have a quota that we got to meet every year. And it usually starts off at the end of the year, whatever their physical year is with a company. And it usually stops and then it takes off for the next year, right? Ours is at the end of the year, usually in that time frame at the end of the year, close to the end of the year. And then it starts off again in January, February, whatever our timeline is. and we have so much money that we put aside for advertising and donations. We're already ate it up. We already ate it up. Well, I mean, we can't, and we cannot just send bats to everybody. So we're actually looking for next year. And if you guys want that to happen next year, you're going to have to get a hold of us at the December, January area. That way you'll be on a list, and it is a big list. And I know Jeff and Leslie are getting these questions every day. We've already allowed all that money, and we have we got to do our checks and balances. So we allow certain amount of money to go to donations and stuff like that. We've already hit that mark, and we were halfway through the year, 5 months into the year when we did it. And that's just our popularity, how big we've gotten. We've had these guys that run these big tournaments call us and ask us to donate 5 bats, and we'd have our own field. We can't even do this. We got our own field to ourselves on this 5 bats, right? That we would put in a bucket, and then everybody could hit it, right? Everybody on that field, and then on this other field, they got another bat company, and 8 fields. Other field, like another bat company. I thought that was a good idea, but we don't get our bats back at the end. They're USSSA. I said, well, let's go 5, but we're not going to give them back to you. Well, I ain't going to do it then, because that's extra added money. You can sell them. And I'm, me, right? I'm going, well, you're going to keep up. We can sell those bats for at least 150 a bat. That's money to us. We're, no, we keep the bats. And I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. Plus, it's just our reps, our factory hitters are just that good, where they speak for us, right? So they're out there doing all this stuff for us, and they're that good. And when guys want stuff donated, we've already allowed that to go to people that, it's not like we get the request, we look at it, and we think it's for good cause, and we'll sit there, we'll do it, but we're already spent with that. I'm getting too far into that, but we're not doing that. Next year, you guys, January, December, end of December, January is when you need to put in a request for it, and by email, basically. And another thing too, and we've gotten so big right now that it's so hard for Mr. Kessler and Leslie to take phone calls. So a lot of people are calling them and ask them, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And we're not giving bats away. We're not, our reps and our factory hitters and our signature players, number 1, factory hitters 2, and then not really in that area, but in that category is in who's more important. They're all important to us, but it usually goes to them. Anything that we have left over. Here's the deal, guys. We don't have a lot of stuff left over. Everything gets eaten up. It's hard to give stuff away when you're selling out every other weekend, or when we have a bat drop, and we're ordering a lot more bats on these bat drops, right? We're not having not that much stuff in the warehouse. We're selling out everything. So by the time here's how bad it is. I called and asked for 2 bats today. Nope. Nope. They're already going to be sold out, and I'm trying to get them for us to swing them. Nope. That's good. And Jeff will actually say, yeah, I did. I called him. Nope. Not getting them, And I understand the way the business is. I understand that. So it doesn't bother me, But if you guys are calling, if this is the deal, if you guys are calling Jeff to get some stuff, or don't you calling Leslie? No, because they have, I want to say this right now. They're not in the position they were 6 months ago. They've been promoted, right? They moved up, right? Because of all the work that we have. Leslie does like 10 different things. Jeff is the guy that he have his mind clear to build bats. So it's just that's how big we've gotten. They can't take any phone calls anymore. I actually told Jeff a week ago, you don't need to answer the phone anymore. So guys, if you try to call Jeff and don't get a pickup because he's busy, he doesn't even pick up for me a lot of times, guys. And right when he doesn't, I don't call him back because I know he's busy and he saw my phone, right? So he'll call me back when he wants to. A lot of times he don't get back to me for like a day or a half, 2 days. It don't bother me. I know what he's doing. He tells me what he's doing. He calls me in the middle of the night. He's up all night long with China. And then he can't take phone calls in the morning. He can't take phone calls all day long. I think, like I told him, y'all just been promoted. That's what the deal is. Y'all can't do what y'all did when your company 2 years ago was small, a year and a half ago was small. Now you're putting out good quality product for a lot of people out there, and that's what your focus. I don't want him to answer phones. I don't want Leslie to answer. I want to do what they're doing, building shit, right? Making things better. So definitely that. Um, don't don't call Jeff, and definitely not Leslie, because they're working on different kind of things. And here's the deal: when you have an idea in your mind, that's the same thing when I would do cutting videos. When I would cut videos up, you have things. Even when Jeff's building bats, Leslie's mixing material, Leslie's doing artwork for it. You don't want to be interrupted. I definitely don't want to interrupt them, because I know how hard it was when I was cutting video up, telling a story, a 10-minute story, and working on 2 hours of video. I can't be interrupted. So the courtesy that you guys got to understand, he's not talking to you, or when he picks up the phone, he's a little barky, because he didn't get no sleep the night before, and that coffee or that energy drink ain't working it. So I already talked about that. But guys, what I would like for you guys to get into before Jeff comes on here, because I know he's probably chomping at the bit, what I want you guys to start doing is don't ask. You find out your bat speed. I've had guys send me video and a little bit of video, and it's a lot far away. I got to zoom in, I got to look at it, and I can't tell because you're too far away. I think anytime you do, here's another thing too. Here's a tip for a lot of you guys out there. Anytime you do any video, do it closer. Don't go far away. People can't hear you talk. People can't see the bat you're swinging. People can't see the ball land. The closer you get, they want to see your swing. So the closer you get, the better. So we have an advertising allowance. I kind of seen that right there, and it's usually spent up at the beginning of the year. We can't do donations right now because we're not allowed for it. We can't. And I know a lot of you guys, when you see a good product, you want to spread the word. You want to get it out there where a lot of people, but we can't do it. Our stuff is selling out. A good buddy of mine asked me if we had any bats to donate. And I'm like, dude, we don't have no used bats to donate anywhere. Hey, I want some prototypes. No, I can't get you some prototypes. When I don't have no prototypes, well, I do have one, but you ain't getting that one. When I don't have any prototypes, then no, ain't nobody else shouldn't be getting any prototypes. And I do, like when bats get lower on compression, I usually send them to the ladies when it comes to what we're doing. We're tapped out for the year, guys. Have to start again next year. I just wanted to throw that in there. Make sure Jeff's not. I don't. Here's one for you. A lot of you guys are calling me. I don't sell bats, guys. I don't sell bats. I have some leftover bats that we've been hitting that every once in a while I will put on a buy, sell, and trade, but all that money goes back in the short porch. And I buy merch with it. Bought some t-shirt the other day and some batting gloves with it. So I don't, when you guys are calling me and asking me, hey, you're going to be like this weekend, hey, you're going to be in Euless, I need this back. Can you bring it to me? I don't do that. We have a rep in Texas. We have 3 reps in Texas, maybe 4. Bobby Miller is out of Austin. K-Mac is out of Dallas. Go to either one of those guys. That's the ones that I know. I think we have one out of Laredo too. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think we have one out of Laredo because it's so far away from everybody. Texas is so big. We can have more reps in Texas. Demo, like I talked about in demo, I would love to have everybody come out to demo day and talk to me about putting him in a bat. Cage, I want to talk about some Cage talked about this. And before that, I want to do something here. Guys, do not compression test your bat at the end of a round of BP or 2 rounds of BP. Like today, the one thing I don't do is I had my compression tester with me today, and the only bat that I compression test was the USSSA bat because it was going with Clem, right? So I did not compression test it. I did compression test. Oh, I did compression test it on the bat that Clem got. But what I didn't do Alan Hancock's bat because when there are compression tests, especially the way we hit them today, we didn't give those bats time to rest. Is what we didn't do. Hold on. We didn't give those bats time to rest. So what we did was when you're going to get a different compression, and Jeff will talk about this. When you actually do a couple of rounds, and we didn't give those bats time to rest today, we actually put them through the mill on those jawbreakers. And we don't compression test them after we're done. We usually wait till we get home, the bats are inside, and then we'll do a compression test because it can be different. You know, it'll actually rise on you with a Kevlar. It actually rise on you a little bit, you know. So we don't judge our bats whenever we're hitting them in that 100-degree weather today. And we did keep them in the shade though, but we don't even mess with them. We'll compression test them. Like this morning, it was cool, and we compression test them before I got there. And then like later on, I'll go in there and compression test. Actually, I just did. I'll compression test the other ones that we have. But on that Hancock bat, I think you'll like this. You know, on this bat, I compression tested it a while ago. It's at 180, and we've got over, 180 over 250 swings on it already in 2 days.
Yep.
So
that's right on point. Yeah, that's right on point.
Yeah. And it's not, dude, it's hot like that. I like the 180, today.
Mm-hmm.
I can get it down to 160 and I'll still get performance on it. I mean, it'll still be ripe. It'll still be really good for me on 160. I've tried a 150. As a matter of fact, I hit a 150 today compression, and that bat was silly.
Yeah, that gets good right there. I'll tell you.
So how y'all doing?
Oh man, it has been one psycho couple weeks. I'll tell you, and every month or a few months, I know me and you always get on here and we're like, it's insane at Shoreports. Things are just getting wilder and wilder, and then somehow we find a way to even make the weeks crazier. And when I mean crazier is we're busier. We're busier because we invented shit like this, and then Leslie made it look pretty.
Yeah.
So, and when it looks that good and hits that good, you have a formula for success.
And just think, guys, where y'all were about 3 weeks to a month ago, where everybody was like, what's going to happen? And then all of a sudden the fat guy BP, and you were actually talking to everybody 2 months ago about the USSSA market. We were
down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were down in USSSA from where we should have been. And then as soon as I started bitching at everybody about it, we blew up. Almost before I sat down and looked at it, like we're not where we're supposed to be this year in USSSA.
Yeah.
And now I'm just, I got my foot in my mouth because USSSA in the last 2-3 weeks has matched our senior sales for the first time ever.
Here's the deal, Leslie.
Yeah.
Okay. You remember on a drive about 2 weeks ago, coming back from Florida, and he called me on the phone, and he was not yelling, but his voice was raised, and everybody was fired. Like everybody, yeah, I'm done now.
Everybody fired.
Everybody. It's on a Saturday. And we were like, I remember you were talking to him too, and we were like, Jeff, hold on, because the way this goes is you got to give it a little time, right? And then all of a sudden, 3 days later, he calls me and goes, well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And he just, I'm like, really? Oh, really? What happened? And then the next week after that was, and we've had 4 good drops that were really blowing up. And then the fat guy on that next week, and the fat guy blew up. I mean, we had help with that fat guy too. A lot of review guys got a hold of it and actually talked very well about it. A lot of people and our guys got it in our guys' hands, and I think that's a plus. Combined with all the other review guys, and you have our guys in their hands, Brandon Murray, Rob
Mhm.
Taylor, those guys hitting it, and that actually made it look really good, and it was really good, getting the word out that guys, this bat is good, and then all of a sudden, okay, now we're over that. Let's keep it rolling. Like we get
Just keep it rolling.
analytics every other day, right? Analytics every other day, going, this is what we've done. Let's keep it going, and then boom, this week, right? And
This week the Jawbreaker drops, and of course we still got the banana milkshake drop Friday, and our milkshake series always does well. We brought back a super popular bat on the USSSA side in the hot chicken, and I heard you talking a little bit about all things were scheduled because this is we're hitting hard USSSA right now because in 7 to 10 days we're gonna start dropping our states and worlds, our what we call our Vegas order,
Our Vegas order.
what we
Yeah.
call every year our Vegas order. And when we start dropping them bats all the way until we get to Vegas, because the last one will be dropped at Vegas. I mean, it's just exciting. We have a for the first time been able to stay on schedule with production all year.
which
When
wasn't last year, remember?
Yeah,
This,
we weren't able, we were having problems staying on production schedule last year. We were delayed and running a little later. We've been ahead of schedule by at least 14 days all year. All
yeah.
year. 14 to 30 days on production schedule. And we've doubled production.
Yeah.
So hats off to everybody who's a part of Short Porch that's made that happen.
I remember, and I kind of joked about this earlier, and I hope you didn't take offense to it, but I called you today about some bats. Because Clem was asking me about the bats that you had delivered yesterday. Not the Jawbreakers, but the other ones, and the banana milkshake and the hot chicken.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I think I'm going to hold off on that, right? And I'm going, guys, everybody out there asking for bats, I don't even get bats, right? I don't even get bats sent to me because that's how fast they're turning around. That's how fast.
Yeah, they're turning.
In other words, Dave, we don't need no video on you, and I understand the logic in it, right? We don't need you to do video on it because it's going to be gone within 2 days. By the time you get the bat, it's going to be sold out. Because that's the trouble we're having. That's a good problem we're having right now, but that's the problem we're having right now. Is our stuff just it's hot right now. Our stuff is hot right now, and it's going out the door.
Yeah, I had about a little over 14. I think it was 14 different review sites hit me up for Jawbreakers that were gonna sell out anyway.
Yeah.
So why would we need to send bats to 14 review guys? I can't believe there's so many. There's most of them I've never even heard of or barely heard of.
This is a good problem to have, though.
Yeah. And then, of course, our people across the country, we have hundreds of our people trying to get free bats when they're going to sell out anyway. That's just bad business. We talked a little bit about, but that's because we're moving through things so fast and the bats are so popular. But you have to be calculated on those kind of things. And we wish we could hand bats out to everybody, but that's just not the case. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, before I come to work in the morning, before 10 o'clock, usually I get 20 people trying to get a free bat for something every morning, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So, which imagine that alone just pisses you off, So, we're selling them all out. We don't need to hand out stuff.
Well, plus
too much,
we're only allowed. I think I talked about this a minute ago. We're only allowed so much. We have stuff that we can do through the We have
a budget.
Yeah, we have a budget.
We cannot exceed
go
our budget.
off that budget every year. It might
we have a
grow in the
budget.
next 2 years.
Yes,
right?
it
The
grows
more
with the
volume we
business.
pump in, the more money, the more bats we sell, that will grow. But because we're bigger than we were last year, so it's growing. But
It's
we've
gone.
already
Yeah,
spent that.
so,
That's already gone. That budget is
yeah.
gone, and we cannot do anything with it, or we can't bend the knee to anybody.
That
That's the
budget's
problem.
allocated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's allocated. You know, when it comes to those kind of things, the chief financial officer right here, shit, just like everybody has to answer to somebody, I do what I'm damn told, which is
Yeah.
we have a budget and we don't go away from that. And otherwise I'd have to dig in and find out what or why and shit.
Well, we have to pull from other places.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. And
I actually told everybody too that y'all are not in the position you were 6 to 8 months ago. Y'all have actually, it's almost like y'all got raises, right? So you're put in another area where you cannot get on the phone and take phone calls every day. And
No.
people got to understand this, because when you grow, you got to let something go to actually make the company grow, right? So you
Yeah.
can't do that anymore. Maybe we can have somebody in there that does take those phone calls.
We
You
have
know that-
infrastructure that takes phone calls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, we have our people here. You know, we you know, Erica and Cage and Christian take the phone calls here. I rarely get on the phone, and the problem with it is we're so busy and we're so far behind doing things. If I do get on the phone, I just be honest, I get agitated. You know,
Yeah.
so because, and that's the thing with like our own people calling us, all the short porch people across the country. Now we're in every state. We have people and they call and they're trying to get me, and they get upset. You know, you hadn't called me back, or I've been trying to get you for a few weeks. Well, if I get on the phone call 15, 20 minutes with 100 people a day, does that compute? That don't compute. You
No.
know, that don't
And it's
compute.
usually not 15, 20 minutes, Jeff.
No,
No.
I've been on
you
phone
know,
call for
so,
an hour and a half at one time,
yeah.
hour and 2 hours
Yeah.
before some people. 2 hours.
I usually have people I talk to just like everybody else in their life, you know. I just, to be honest, on a regular basis, um, you being one of them, because we have to, because you're not here on site yet. I'm gonna say that yet. So
Tammy.
yeah, so you know, I talk to Adam at least once a week, Fowler. You know, as he hits our bats too. Usually we send them out to him. He's our main review guy. He was the first review guy, but even before you'd ever do a bat. So I stay loyal to him and send him not every bat, but most bats I send at him. So I usually talk to him and value his feedback, you know, even after reviews or maybe a month down the road. As we look into models, and I talk to you, and of course, you know, Cage and Alan and everybody I can. But what I'm trying to do is find out information about next year's models, about what we're going to do 6 months down the road, and what models we can tweak and look the best, and what models we may not bring back, or we need to adjust, or what areas do we need to test new models, because something's off, you know.
Yeah.
So I try to get a pulse, you know, from the people who have hit a lot of our bats and know what the hell they're talking about. And you know, I'm sure everybody could understand the value in that, you know. So
Yeah, it's just it's a good thing in a bat. Well, it's a good thing that we're growing that much where you can't break away and talk to people. Maybe in Vegas, that would be a time to maybe wait till Vegas. That way, when we're at the booth
yeah,
or
we will
something,
talk
they
to
can come in and
everybody
grab
we
us.
can.
In Vegas.
Yeah, we will
That's
talk
what
to
we're there
everybody
for.
we can in Vegas. Man, I'll tell you this now. The amount of phone calls and that Erica is taking, and it's ungodly right
It
now.
is.
It's psycho. She is on the phone when our phones come on at 9 o'clock. You know, they're scheduled 9 to 4 Eastern.
Eastern time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and at 9 o'clock, she has to be sitting there. She gets here at 8:30, and she starts doing uh shipping receipts and all,
Yeah.
for the guys to ship the stuff. And then at 9 o'clock, it'll ring back to back to back to back for an hour, and from 9 to 10 with nonstop. and she can't get all the phone calls. The guys get on some of them, and then some of them have to go to voicemail. And we'll jump on one here or there.
Yeah.
And it does calm down a little bit. But this week,
Nah.
Christian's been here till 6:30 at night. He can't get off his cell phone
Christian's phone
because
has
he's
not
selling so
stopped.
many bats, Dave. He's selling so many
That's
bats
been
to people.
great.
Yeah, Christian's like, he can't even leave, you know. And he just had and you know, Christian, he's not good with computers, so he has shit written everywhere on like pads everywhere. He don't know where all the bats are going. And he's like, you know, I'm just, it's like shit. He's like, I'm not sure. I thought it was 47 bats, but it was 52, and this was just this hour.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, you know, it's been, and man, we love the chaos. Don't get me wrong, man. We freaking love it. This is I wish every week could be like this, you know, because it just, it's exciting for us, you know, to just be, it's like the stock market, the phones, you know how when the phones come on, it just ring, 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 and we're just going, going, going. It makes the days go by. And then like at 4 o'clock, the phone's cut off and it's just quiet. And everybody just sits here and it's like quiet, you know, and, man, it's really wild. I'm excited, but you know, how about, you know, to get to the Jawbreaker, we had some people, you know, do our own people, because the bats come in Friday afternoon. They did a hell of a job promoting and showing people really quick what the Jawbreaker was about, because some people here didn't get Dave his bats in time.
Yeah.
So
some people there.
And that's another story I got to get to. So just bear with me a minute. So I grabbed a bat. Only weekend I'm not playing just about. And I drive to North Georgia to Rob Taylor, our newest USSSA guy on conference or B or whatever. He plays upper class. And Brandon Murray, guys who can just smash the ball. And Cage is up there. He's demoing with the bats at Rob Taylor's 2-pitch local field, and you know, showing everybody about the Jawbreaker. And then you seen us hit them, and we talked about them. And then Alan got his crap sent $7 ground, and he got it the next day.
He got it on
We
Saturday.
we shipped Dave's $230 like next day air, and it was in Savannah like 2 days later.
delivery.
Yeah. But
I
anyway,
got it on was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday afternoon.
Yeah, he did get it Monday. I didn't even think you were going to get it then, to be honest.
But here's the deal. What else has changed? I usually got 5 days, 6 days to get my bats. You call it the Texas wall. You think you use that border wall up to the Texas wall, and you can't get anything by it. FedEx didn't want to come into Texas. You know, so I'm used to it. It's happened like that since I joined it. I don't get my bats till later. The review's already done, and I get my bats. Right? They're already sold out, and I get my bat. That's why you ain't sending me nothing. Like I talked about earlier, I said I try to get these bats from you. You're like, nope. And I go, yeah, I know why, because it takes 5 days to get them here. You know, and that's if they're shipped out. So I tell you what, I kind of knew because I watched the video. It actually prepares me. It prepares me watching those other guys hit it, and I get excited when they talk about it. And they were spot on. Like they were spot on when they talked about both those bats. And I tell you what, man, with Allen's bat, because that's the one I swung, because I'm not a U-trip guy, but on Allen's bat, the Jawbreaker, I was getting tremendous distance to center field. Like, and we talked about this, Jeff, on the way that's got that dual distribution. I got a tremendous difference on it, the distance on it. But the one thing I did, and it's a veteran move on me, is I let everybody swing it yesterday. Right. And I took some swings with it just to get the feel of it. And then they started off this morning hitting it. I didn't grab it till it got down to 180 compression. Like it got down to 180 compression. I jumped in and started hitting it and this old body, I know how many swings I have. So I'm not going to get out there and wear it out, you know, breaking that bat in. But it broke in quick. It got there quick and stayed there. Like it's staying there. That same compression is just staying there. We hit it today.
Man.
Started the day at 180, ended the day at 180.
This bat right here, the Allen Hancock. I mean, I think it's one of the better looking bats we've ever put out, if not the best. My opinion for the
Yeah.
color schemes. Um, yeah, I mean the crazy thing was the U-Triple-SA version. The senior guys, they were hitting it so well. They didn't. It was the first ever bat. They didn't just pick up the senior one. They would hit this like the whole round and not swap to the senior one because they're hitting bombs with the U-Trip version. So, Brandon and myself, we were just staying with the U-Triple-SA version. We didn't, because normally we would start with the U-Trip bat and switch to a senior bat, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
you kind of probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
We might not even picked up we just kept hitting the pink one. And then when we did pick up the green one at the end, it's got crazy. It got absolutely crazy.
We
But
yeah.
the DDT, I mean, we've talked about it all year. People who watch us, they know about the dual distribution, the mid load, the end load, and what it does. And now with the tri-layer Kevlar, it's a good mixture going on right now in that bat. And you'll be able to, you'll see it in Brandon Murray's bat and all the DDTs coming out over the next few months, which we'll be putting them in the market as fast as we can. But yeah, it's just they're really good bats, to say the least. That's being modest, and it's been a really wild week with them. But to get that kind of hype, that quick, that said a lot about our people. Our people who got them and made that happen. Mainly Alan and Rob and Brandon.
Yeah.
Showing people really quick within 12 to 16 hours of us having them painted, because you and I hit these bats 10 months ago.
Yeah.
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 So we knew, but
And it's
the thing with the U-Triple-SA and why right now I sent you this U-Triple-SA bat, but and we didn't have this conversation, but I'll say it right here in front of everybody. Dave is our foremost person in senior softball, and we're about to unleash our Vegas order and all the way through Vegas, a lot of different models, and he's going to be busy. He's going to be insanely busy, and this starts next week. Yeah,
Next week, because this
Yeah,
is
this
stuff
starts next week.
he hasn't told me yet. And
Yeah,
guys, there is some stuff coming out that just wait. Just there's some good shit coming.
yeah.
Groundbreaking shit that's coming. So, and guys, we don't bullshit. There is some good shit coming.
No, there's some crazy good stuff, and these are definitely just a piece of that puzzle.
Yeah.
But we need different size barrels, like we talked about last week. We need 13-inch barrels, 12-inch barrels, 12.5-inch barrels. We need SpinTech one pieces. We need non-SpinTech one pieces. We need 12 and 13-inch barrels. So a lot of different models. That's what we're doing. We're not just throwing shit out there. I mean, there are guys. Look at what the Beach City did, because we hadn't made a 13-inch in so long.
Yeah.
The Beach City took off. There was people looking for short porch 13-inch barrels, and that bat, sold out. It sold out fairly quick. So I think we have some 27s in stock, but all the other sizes are sold out. But yeah, man, just the Jawbreaker's been a badass day for them. A good week, to say the least. And yeah, it's just, getting ready for the next thing now, which will be the banana milkshake. And our milkshake series is just a lot of fun, and people love it. And I think the milkshake bat looks really, really cool.
When are those launching?
They're dropping.
Can I go get one?
Yeah, you grab one. They're dropping Friday at 1. Cage will be dropping that here, as I'll be playing SSUSA in Dalton. Friday, I think I have 3 games Friday. So, playing with Brandon and them. So here is Cage thought it was the best looking one yet, So, this thing's good. And, electric. And if anybody knows anything about the milkshake series, that bat holds compression like no other. You'll be able to, it has a mid flex handle, so the compression doesn't drop as fast. So you can BP that, and you don't have to worry about it for a long, long time dropping below 240
That's
compression
at
on the
that balance.
USSA
That's a
side.
balance bat, right?
And it's balanced. And
So you can put a mid flex on a balance. That's not going to
yeah,
cause. Yeah, that's a lot of
yeah.
people need to.
So
Yeah, you can put a
it's a
mid flex
great,
on a balance bat.
yeah, it's a great model. It has our new tri-layer in it. And man, we've been hitting it today. It was hanging right there with the Jawbreaker and exit velo, and it looks really good. I think it's a special bat. But again, it's a balanced bat. We needed balanced U-trip bats. That's why we have the hot chicken. We have the 1-piece and 2-piece balance. Balanced bats are really popular with the kids. Kid ball, me and you call it. And now we have those weapons as well as the Jawbreaker inload that is almost completely sold out right now.
I don't know if you watched the video this morning, but my selling point, everybody looks at something as a selling
Mhm.
point. Well, my selling point today was watch Murray Williams, who could be your grandfather, hitting this USSA bat that should be in your hands, and see how far he hits it. And then Murray
Yeah.
got up there and hit a few freaking, 350, 360 shots. And I go, come on, guys, that could be your grandfather out there hitting this bat. Murray's
Yeah.
70,
You
he could be those
watching,
conference guys.
Rob Taylor went 536 with it, and that's no bullshit. That's no made up number. You can call us liars or whatever. He went 536 with our short porch pro-am senior softball. Heck, she was out there. She was filming some of it and seeing some of the balls where they landed and all, because
Well, where
she
she was
was
at was
out the
5,
park. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where she was
So,
standing.
and
Yeah, I was.
yeah, he hit some past the hill to the road back there to the sidewalk, which we looked at it. It was in the 530s, and Brandon hit several over 500 foot with a 26 and a half.
The Jawbreakers are in half size.
Oh, Jawbreaker.
So he
Yeah.
hit some with a 26 and a half. Now he hit some with a 28 and a half, obviously also, but he also hit some with a 26 and a half USSA Jawbreaker. And man, it was them guys were stepping on it. I'll tell you, just to the fence, we had to, even left field, it was 355 to clear when we backed up. It was
Yeah.
it was 355. And somebody was asking about the Jawbreaker from the AH-20. And simply some of the bats from the AH-20 is the tri-layer Kevlar, that had to change, that we've went to for a while now. People seen it in OGs first.
So you're
But
transitioning from the OG tri-layer into the
yeah, to everything else. It's just a
everything else.
process. Yeah, it's a process. Like, it's just jumpier, jumpier off the barrel. I call it jumpier, which correlates to exit velo. So we just get a little better performance on that one, a little softer feel. So that's why we went to it. And the OG, I mean, obviously the OG was the first of that, and everybody's seen what it done. So why not take that kind of process and put it in everything, when you have something that works. I mean,
That's one of those
this is
things
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every bat company would have did that,
Well, that's
so.
what thing we talked about earlier, and we talked about this before in the past, is when you find a when you tune something and you come up with, like the OG on a tri-layer, you tend to want to go with it because it does have great performance. Right.
Yeah.
So it starts going into everything else. That's how come all these bats, like I told him the story about this guy got mad at you because a bat had stopped. Well, we found something different that would make that bat better. So we got to go on down that line. The bat will come back in a different model, but it'll be through that line that we went through. But that's what the tri-layer we found out. And then now we got to change everything
Man.
up. That's how come you get these bat drops. Like, okay, we're going with a different we're going with tri-layer, not the other layer, the other bat that we had.
Yeah. The DDTs and obviously is a great process, and getting the tri-layer over into them. It's something we'd been sitting on, because we already had a bat that was coming out later on that was going tri-layer in the DDT. But as we process and manufacture all our materials, I mean, we had to make a decision about what was better and what was better for us in the market, and so we made that switch. And we do that mass bulk, as you know, so we may do 6 months worth. So that's not a quick a change as some of the other things. So when we had to change our composite, it changed across the board. We had a few of our other ones, like our hot chicken, did carry some of our older Zott composite that we still had,
Yeah.
but our whole manufacturing process, our whole bulk run was the tri-layer for good reason. I mean, you hit them all the time, and everybody who hits them just they know it's you. It was the right move. It was the right
Yeah.
move, obviously. So,
Yeah. The
and
one.
I think it changed everything. The tri-layer changed everything in USSSA.
Oh, definitely.
But, yeah.
Well, that's why we got this big explosion now. Everybody's
Yeah.
realizing
Yeah.
that. It
Yeah.
just needs to, yeah. And I think it's going to grow. Like I said this the other day, once you get it in their hands and then they start swinging it and everybody else looks at it and go, wow, can I hit it in BP or whatever? And then all of a sudden everybody's getting phone calls on that bat. The one thing you said the other day that I want to tell everybody too is, and you said, we do this, we did it last year a little bit, but this Vegas, we're done. We're done with this year's model after Vegas. Well, actually, during Vegas, because we
Yeah.
actually showcasing all of our models. But the one thing
Yeah.
you said that I want to tell everybody is Vegas is a retreat for us. Vegas is a place where we're going to brainstorm about next year.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So, and I thought that was when you said that the other day when we had that group Zoom meeting and you were talking about Vegas every year will be whenever we're talking about ideas for next year and get everybody brainstorming on that during Vegas. Now, and we're selling our product up to that point, because we do have some good shit coming, but now we're looking at what's going on next year. What are we going to do about next year? And I think that's freaking badass, because we'll be in there working, not only working at the booths, but when we go out to eat.
Well, this shit right here came from last year's Vegas trip. That's where the DDT was born. I mean, it's well documented that it was born in Vegas last year.
Yeah.
Or conceived and it was born later, a few months later. But however you want to call it. And the same, and we want to do those same sort of things. Now, can you hit it that big with something every year? I don't know. I mean, does Dave have any more great ideas? We don't know.
I told you about him. He just ain't listening.
So, but yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's good to have you and Tammy and Todd, and we have the whole Short Porch team in force. And
we stay in the same house.
Yeah, we stay at the same house.
20 plus days.
Yeah, and it's a time where we are, kind of caught up. Everything's caught up and done. So I'm a little slower on the manufacturing side. We are doing construction, overseas, obviously. So that'll be, taking a little bit of my attention as well as playing in Vegas, but that's at the end of Vegas. So, it's gonna be a good brainstorm time. And guys, Todd and Sarah with Phantom Sports, they go out there and they kill it for Short Porch.
Yeah.
And they're killing it everywhere they go, always. So, but now we have a lot more people out there fighting for us. Obviously, I've seen Alan and Christian and Bob Downs out west, and just your guy Jay Yoakum, Bobby Miller. We got people killing it everywhere at the fields, talking to people. But I know a lot of people will be wanting to talk to us, right?
Oh yeah, every last year was. I can only imagine what this year is going to be, especially how big last year was going to be. Somebody had posted some pictures of us at our booth last year, and there was all these people around us talking. I can imagine what it's going to be like this year. With everybody coming up with the new stuff that's coming out.
Yeah,
because this year's better than last year already.
We'll be there trying to take pictures with as many people as we can. Obviously, signing some bats. We always, do that for those guys who ask. and just talk to everybody we can across the board about the tech and short porch, and tell everybody our story. I tell everyone. I mean, we have an incredible story. We'll share it with you if you're
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
and we'll be doing a lot of live. I'm gonna be doing a lot of Facebook lives from the truck this year, driving.
It's gonna be so funny.
It's gonna be so cool.
Sarah and Todd does
Todd
that all
does
the time.
that. Yeah. So
And
Christian
it's
and
pretty
I
cool.
will.
It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Christian and I will be documenting. This is our third trip. We will be documenting the trip, going out with hour-long like Facebook lives, in several sections. We won't be doing it for 42 hours straight. But as you remember, the first year we went with only 1 hour sleep. We drove straight to Las Vegas. So,
I don't know how you guys did it. I couldn't do it. But you know what it's going to turn into if you do that, right? Then next year going to be approached by a reality TV show that just wants to do softball.
There will be short porch.
Hey, y'all
Reality
guys are pretty
TV.
entertaining.
Yeah,
Because
the
guys,
short
here's the deal
porch.
too. What
The
you
short
see,
porch mini mansion in
Yes.
Vegas every year.
This is the
And-
deal. And I want to tell everybody this. What you see right here, this is all of our corporate talk, right? We do
Yes, it
corporate.
is.
You need to see us behind the scenes because there's some
You
funny
should.
shit that goes on. There's some
And when
funny
you get
shit that
Sarah
goes on.
there, because Sarah's
Me and
she's
Christian
the best.
arguing.
Yeah, Christian.
At 11 o'clock at night at the room.
Oh yeah.
3
I'm
times
filming
last
everything.
year.
I should have had my phone out.
You should
We
have
would
had
have
your
had
phone out
something.
when me and Christian were arguing.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. Was it because of me? Did he leave because of me? No. His wife came in town. They're staying downtown. I said, yeah, he's gone for like 5 days. I don't know. But me and him arguing. I'm telling Clem, stay around me. Clem leaves me there. Then you leave me there one night. I'm like, all right. But that's the stuff that nobody sees. That's funny. That stuff is just.
Oh yeah. We go one night.
In the booth. Me and Sarah going back and forth. So yeah, that's stuff that we need to videotape.
Yeah, we're going to be documenting a lot more stuff this year now that it's less stressful because our infrastructure's built. The first year was wild for us because we had never.
First year.
Yeah, and we went a week early. That's why we drove straight through. So unexpected because all the 70s guys asked us to come, and they said, "Hey, we support Short Porch. Will y'all come?" And me and Christian wasn't planning on going that week, and we drove straight through to be there for the customers, and they showed up for us and bought a ton of bats as soon as we got there. So it showed that it was the right decision. Then the next year we brought on our national director, this crazy guy, and we had to take him out there. And and it was wild because he draws a crowd. So we were real busy. But this year I think the infrastructure's there. And we kind of got it all down, dialed in, and how we do it. So it'll be a lot of fun. We have better products. Man, the products are better than ever. And I know once upon a time Dave hit a red wig popper and he thought it was one of the greatest bats of all time. And that bat, it doesn't hold a candle to the stuff we're putting out right now.
It doesn't hold the candle to what's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm letting you guys know it doesn't even, it's not even close. It's that good. It's not even close, and it'll be here before Vegas. Yeah. And it's not, and you guys, if you pay attention, you've seen me swing it from afar. I don't talk about it, but you've seen us swing it from afar, and that bat is, that's just sick. Anyway, what I like about the crowds last year was, Jeff talks about the crowd. I had a crowd around me. What happens with that is they come and ask questions about weight distribution, barrel flex, bat speed. So they come up and they'll ask, and I did talk to Jeff too, and even Christian too. They're talking to him about what better bat fits. That's what I like. What better bat? They're walking up there asking questions. What better bat fits me? Okay, what's your miles? And they'll tell you what bat did you swing? You ever hear you got this right? What bat did I can't pick that one up. What bat did you swing? And you're sitting there going, well, this is the bat that I swung, have it in front of me. Okay, let me see if I can put you in with this one, because that's the same weight distribution. I got that the whole time. And I would sit there with a scale and weigh their bats for them and put them in a short porch bat that matched that bat weight distribution numbers. But I like that. That means that people are joining the movement and they're actually listening to what we have to say and jumping on board. You know, they're jumping on board for the badass ride that's coming. The badass ride that's coming. Because there's guys, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. And you guys, I didn't lie the last time, but you ain't ready for what's coming. Because it's coming full
Yeah.
speed.
You know, we are ready. We are ready. Yeah, it's you know, Vegas is it's a big show. Leslie's been, you want to talk about some of the stuff you've been making for Vegas on the apparel side and hats and
Batting
back
gloves,
gloves,
I've been
and
doing
that's
it.
all
I
her.
have been designing for 2 days our Vegas gear.
Yeah.
So it's exciting colors and really cool jerseys we did, and
Really cool concepts that she's going to be
concepts, and
unleashing some
it's
badass
gonna be, yeah,
badass jerseys
so cool.
just for Vegas. With just really cool sayings, some of the coolest sayings on the
Oh,
back,
yeah.
like that we're known for, you know,
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
and
really cool.
really cool batting gloves, colors, new colorways of batting gloves.
Hats.
She has ordered cases and cases of hats because we ran out real quick last year, if you
New
remember, Dave.
designs of
Yeah, I
hats.
remember.
New designs of hats, some of the old ones that were popular from last year, batting jackets,
Yes, batting
short
jackets.
sleeve hoodies.
Shorts.
Yes, more shorts.
Short sleeve hoodies, the jerseys, kind of shirts. I'm gonna try to get some t-shirts.
Yeah,
I
just
got samples coming in.
yeah, just all kind of cool stuff to go out there, and Cage will have a little bit here available too, you know, for our customers, and some of the things are being made for more of the USSSA
Custom
side.
back grips. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have the back grips, and they're gonna have short ports on them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you
Sweet.
need to change your
We'll have
grip and you
those.
don't use tape like Dave does, and a lot of people bought grips from us last year. So we have custom short porch grips this year. So just you know, no cleats or turf shoes yet.
We haven't done that
We're
yet.
not planning on getting into that, but we'll have just about everything else you'll possibly need. Probably won't have bags out there unless we have one or two, because we have hundreds of orders for bags, and we don't have that many yet coming in. So bags probably won't make it to Vegas, you know. So
Okay.
Towel.
yeah,
I designed some new towels.
yeah, she has all kind of colorways on towels, you know. So you know, I'm trying to get her to do some of these. She's got short porch cups. Look, guys,
Oh, there you go.
with
It's got a speaker on the bottom.
with a speaker on the bottom, you know. My sister-in-law made these. We had a bunch of them made. This thing's really cool. I think she should take some to Vegas, because I use
Those
it
are
all the
popular,
time.
guys.
Yeah,
They're popular.
yeah. It's got the little speaker on the bottom. I think we should take these to Vegas, because I like to play music, and I always forget to take my speakers with me. So now with the cup, I always have the speaker. So I think she should take some of them to Vegas, and that's just my take on it.
Oh, I
But
agree. I agree.
she handles all of that. She does, you know, I think we got her up to like 50 jobs. It used to be 35. So now she does 50 jobs, you know.
I know Tammy will take one of those because she's got them all over the house.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cups.
Yeah. But the one with the speaker in the bottom is the coolest thing, you know, really think so.
Take it to the
So
pool.
yeah. Hats off. My sister-in-law, Danielle Kessler. She made these. They're really cool. They're really cool. So.
Sweet.
So man,
what?
Go ahead.
What do we? Are we talking about anything else?
Man, our brain's so fried.
Not till next week, I think, because all the stuff is being launched today. A bat guy just got in today.
Balls. We're getting balls in.
Oh, guys. So our last month's shipment that went awry on balls, we still don't have. But guess what? This month's shipment's coming in. We still don't have last month's shipment.
Tomorrow. They should be in tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah.
They say tomorrow, but we'll give them a day.
Yeah. Tomorrow or Friday, we'll have balls land. More Monday. And our last month's shipment that was held like it was cocaine I don't even know why they held it at custom.
They went through it box by box.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know what they did.
we don't know exactly what has happened. Customs had our balls, but we're supposed to get them like the 15th or the 20th. So, but on this shipment, Leslie, you were saying of just about every ball
Every
is on.
ball is on that.
Yeah, there's at least a pallet of every ball, like 400, 375 U-Trip, coming in Thursday or Friday.
Demons, I think.
Yeah, demons. So 52 300s,
Mhm.
and our balls are just how popular they are.
Yeah.
So
No, a lot of people waiting on them.
yeah, so grab them. They won't last long because we've been out so long. Customers, there's a huge waiting list. We have to call all those people back to grab balls. Some of them are really big orders, like 70 dozen, 60 dozen. So yeah, so I would when we post it Friday or whatever, I would jump on there and grab a few dozen so you can hit the better ball at your tournaments.
Sweet.
As we had a shortage, not to our fault, but things happen.
Yeah.
So
So the bat I got today, I can't hit on video.
the one you got today. Oh, that tomorrow?
No, I'm not hitting this week. Yeah, I'm not hitting till next Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I can't hit that bat till when? When can I
That ball
hit this
will
bat on
that
video?
bat will be
'Cause I'm
good to
chomping at
be
the bit to hit this bat that I
yeah,
got today.
it will be good to be hit probably after about 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Okay.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
can talk
That's
about it on
cool
Friday's
bat.
podcast.
You will
cool
be
bat.
able to show it on Friday's podcast.
Just
Okay.
can't wait.
Yeah, you
Stay
will be
tuned,
good to
because this
go.
is
We'll text you. We'll
Okay.
text you when it's good to go tomorrow.
okay. I'll wait on you then.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
this is
then
badass.
That's
This
a
is
new bat coming
Yeah.
out
It's
like
it's a
next
new
week.
bat. And
Maybe
the
Yeah,
next
it's a
week
new
or the
bat.
week after.
amazing.
if you want to, after we give you the green light, if you want to jump on live and just and show it, you can. Because I'm obviously going to be busy playing, so I'm not going to.
On
I'm not
Friday,
going to be able. Yeah, I'm playing Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
I'll wait for the okay from you guys,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
give it. Yeah.
and
yeah,
then I'll get up there and talk about it. But I
yeah.
do like the bat. I like the way. Well,
It's a senior bat.
We know you
it's a
like
senior,
it.
and it's
U-Trip, yeah, we got the
the colors
U-Trip
are
Jawbreaker
amazing.
tonight, the banana milkshake Friday, and that's a senior battle that
Yeah.
he's talking about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the new one that Dave is going to be showing off is our next senior launch.
Yeah.
That and it's not happening this week. Might not even happen next week.
No,
The launch might not.
just
but
don't confuse it with a banana.
yeah, yeah. This is the launch for Friday, which is the
Yes.
U-Trip USA.
Yeah.
And this will be our last
That's U-Trip.
Yeah, that is our last U-Triple-SA launch until we get through all the Vegas senior bat launches, and then we will drop the Wig Popper 240 that we drop in while we're in Vegas. We did it
Yes.
last year. We're doing it again this year. The
Yeah,
Wig
Kate's
Popper
talked about that.
240.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that bat.
12-inch spin tech. That U-Triple-SA. That is where it's at. That'll be launched while we're in Vegas.
With
Here by
tri-layer.
Kate.
With
Yeah,
tri-layer.
tri-layers
See,
on
this
everything.
is all new shit. You got to let everybody know
Yeah.
this is that new shit that's coming.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Tri-layer
get all
spin
excited
tech.
about it.
Spin tech, stiff handles all the way around. Somebody was asking about. This is our only bat. This is the last bat that'll come out with the mid flex handle. Everything, I will say, every single bat has a zero flex handle in it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
think a lot of people wanted to hear that right there.
Yeah.
Coming from your mouth.
Every single
Right
bat
there.
that's coming out has a zero flex handle in it.
Why?
After
Because
that.
it's a demand. A lot of
It's
seniors
a
like that.
demand.
A lot of
I personally would swing the mid flex.
Yeah.
Personally, but the zero flex is a way higher demand.
Mr. Clem would love you for that, because
Yeah.
we talked about that today. And I said,
Yeah, and
I
I don't want people to shy away from models because of the flex in the handles. And you don't never hear people saying the handle's stiff, so I'm not going to buy the bat. But you hear them, it's too flexy, I'll buy the bat. And I stand behind it. The flex will help performance.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it'll help performance. But people don't like it.
But you got to understand what Jeff is doing here, guys. we're building bats for seniors. That's different than building bats for U-Trip guys,
Yeah.
young kids. Different swings. So
Yeah,
that's what you're going to
absolutely.
get, and that's what people need to hear, guys. Of what we're doing. There is a U-Trip model. There is a senior model. It's different hand flexes too on it. You
Yeah,
know, so dude, everybody needed to hear that because that's the feedback. We talked about this, that you were going to go in that direction anyway. So that's a
yeah.
good thing, and I think
Yeah,
the no
Adam
flex.
Fowler, he'd probably give me a big old hug and a tear would run out too. You know, Mr. Stiff Handle himself. I heard about it for 2 years, and I'm like, Adam, the flex handle is just higher performing. And he's like, it don't matter if nobody likes him, Jeff. And I'm like, you're right. He won in the end. He won in the end. He's just a bat review guy. What the
Oh,
hell
he's
does
going to
bat
tell
review guy
everybody
know?
that, hey, that was
Bat,
my
bat,
idea.
bat
That was
review
my
guys don't
idea.
know shit.
That was my idea.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but yeah, so and what helped is we made better barrels, so we didn't need the handle to pick up where our barrels was lacking in performance.
Exactly. That's what I was
So
talking about today with
yeah,
why we did.
yeah,
Let's talk
yeah.
about that today. Like
So
when you build better barrels, you can do different stuff with a handle.
yeah, so
Definitely.
now it's not as important, as it once was to pick
Yeah.
up the additional distance and velo. We absolutely don't need that because our barrels are just fire, So and so yeah, man, that's that. I know that's a big question people are asking, and I forget because it's just kind of the new way now. It's the normal now for us that most everything has zero flex. So I forget that everything we used to make used to have a lot of flex, and
Yeah.
some real flexy handles. And I miss them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So, but
I remember the ones you had back in the day. They were flexy.
yeah, they were flexing. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that was a different kind of model, and it worked really well for those barrels, as you seen. But these with the tri-layer, nah. There's no need. There's no need for that with that barrel. Not at all. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Left field lounge.
I'll let Leslie talk about that because she's got. We can't show them. I'm looking
We
at
can
them.
show last month's.
Oh yeah, let me grab
So
last
month's right here on top. We can show last month's. We got this month's over here. We have new first time subscribers. So subscriptions, and if you order more, we're gonna do different things.
So you get this cool little package, and I can.
So this is last month. It was
This is one of last month. So instead of just getting a jersey last month,
we're
you
just
got
trying to swap it up.
you got a
because we wanna
badass
keep
cage jacket. How about that? And
nothing on the back, so it's just real.
yeah,
like,
just cage jacket with the zipper
zip.
quarter zip right there, like we've made.
Yeah.
Navy. So that was last month's. You might could talk her into sending this one to you, Dave. Did
Yeah, because I
everybody
haven't seen
get
that one
one
yet.
of these?
Yeah, everybody got one of those in last month's.
Everybody got a little towel
I did
included.
get that.
Yeah.
I
So
did get that. Yeah.
yeah. So you get a little. So it's more than just a shirt subscription.
We'll put little
Sometimes,
stuff in
you know.
there, or give away a bat.
And yeah, or give away some bats and things like that. So it's great. It's a great thing to be a part of. And it's growing. It's growing, and
It's growing, and just
she
if you subscribe, you'll get this month's, and
this month's is the coolest shirt she's done.
yeah, this month's is awesome.
Yeah, this is the coolest shirt we've done with some help from our guy Joe Carter.
It's Joe's
Joe
shirt.
Carter.
He knows what it is.
Yeah, he had a really cool design, and we put it on the left field lounge this month, and it is the coolest thing to date. Everybody will want one. We will be.
It's only for our subscribers.
Yes, only for our subscribers. Everybody will be wanting that shirt though when it comes out. So,
Sweet.
don't be calling in here because you can't get it. It's only for the left field lounge. So,
Trey will get one because he subscribes to left field lounge.
see, Trey will have one. Y'all probably don't even send them to Dave.
Nope.
I don't
No,
have them.
hey,
I don't
but
get them either, Dave.
hold
Yeah.
on, time out.
$30.
Trey, I know Trey gets them already because he shows up the BP in him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I look at him like, when did you get
Oh,
that?
you
You know what
just
he
wait
tells me? I
until
got it a
this
long time
month
ago.
when he shows up. You're going to so want one.
Dave, so we got to
See?
pay $30 or Leslie's not giving us
Hey,
the
let
left
me
field
tell you
lounge
what I do
subscription.
when he walks in with a new shirt. I just do this.
Yeah.
I just shake my head. And I don't say nothing
He
because
gets
I already
stuff
know.
that nobody else gets except if they subscribe to Left Field Lounge.
You know, I mean,
I don't
we
get them.
don't even get
I
them.
don't get
Yeah,
them.
Nope.
I don't
get
have
'em.
one. Yeah, I
Hey,
don't have
guys,
none of the months.
I
Yeah,
got a towel, is what I got.
yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
towel
I do
last
have
week.
a towel. My towel was a year old. I'm not even using one of the short porch bag. I gave all the short porch bags that I kept for myself away to players, and I'm actually using my old 3-year-old Smash It
I don't
bag.
even know if you'll be able to get one of the new ones.
Yeah, she might not even give me a new one. Dave, we don't even get the she sells everything and we don't even get it. You know,
Cage will get it. No, he already
you know,
got one, didn't he? He already got one.
because Cage will come in here and take it.
Yeah.
He'll take it, use it, and then I can't sell. Well, I can sell you
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But he sells it before I do.
yeah. Cage has been hustling. He sold.
has.
Yeah, he
So
sells it before I do.
so Cage did. I want you to talk about this. I know me and you touched on it. Cage did a bat demo. Had the new DDTs, Jawbreakers. Went up, had tons of people hitting them. He sold every 25.5 DDT Jawbreaker there. Why, Dave? Why did he sell every 25.5? What is going on with the 25s and the DDTs? Tell everybody.
Oh, here we go. Okay, this is the deal. And it just ain't me. It's Mr. Kessler too.
Yeah.
Because he come up with this idea and we agreed, we brainstormed on it. What happens when you go down in weight, it's simple before I don't want to get lengthy into this. When you go down in weight, because of the way the weight distribution is in the handle, let's see if I can do it. In the handle, and this is a one piece OG, right? So you have
Yeah.
weight here and you have weight here. I'm trying to get it in the middle. So you got weight here and weight here, and you're swinging this weight with that end load. What happens with a DDT with this bat, if you go down in weight like this 25 ounce, if you go down in weight in this bat, you don't have that much leverage at the end of the bat to power through the ball. So what happens with the 25 ounce DDT, that's how come a lot of people say they swing a 27 better. Well, what happens with this is you don't have a get of 27 in this, right? Because it has dual distribution. It has weight here, that much weight in there. It's got big weight in there from there to there. And then it's got weight here. So you got 11 ounces. This is 26 ounce. So you have 11 out. You got 11 ounces on this end, and you got 10 ounces on this end. What happens when you have dual weight on a lighter barrel, a lighter bat, you tend to create more bat speed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that barrel can handle that bat speed, and the DDT helps it recoil faster. So it implodes and recoils with the lighter weight. So you get, if you can explain that one better, jump in there. But it's the lighter weight with the DDT. You get dual distribution on the compression. See if I had it. You get dual distribution to the barrel with a lighter weight, and it helps. That's how come I'm saying there's so many things that the DDT does. When you hit the ball to middle to left center, like power alley,
Yeah.
it's
Because
because of
best
the
there.
dual distribution, you get more performance on it. More performance than a regular, end load bat, not a mid load. But with the mid load and that lighter weight, more bat speed, you can generate going lighter a tremendous amount of bat speed, but you still have to have the load to handle the flex.
That's right. You have to have the mass.
Yes, you got to have the mass. So what the DDT does, it puts the mass in two different places instead of one. That's a better explanation of it. Two different places instead of one, you're generating the bat speed and you got dual distribution flexing that wall. That's how come you get better performance on a DDT with a lighter weight.
And all that in simple terms is it's the best bat model in a 25 ounce we've ever seen.
Across that I've ever swung in 15, 16 years I've been doing this.
Yeah, me too.
That I've ever swung. It used to be back in the day, I would have to get a 27 to get a true review out of it, right? I would
Yeah.
have to get a 27 with the DDTs across the board. I don't have to get a 27. I could go down to a 25 or a 25.5,
Mhm.
you know, a 25.26, right? So I can get that performance because I'm creating more bat speed. And guys, it's all about bat speed if you have the mass. The DDT is the only bat across the board that has the mass. All
Yeah,
that lighter weight.
absolutely. Yeah,
All that
with
lighter
the
weight.
weighting on both sides, it's the only one you can go down in weight and actually increase performance that we've ever seen, because that just don't happen. And
And
she
here's
knows it to
another
be
thing
fact.
too.
You know.
It's another thing
Yeah.
too. If you do weight distributions, the DDT is the only bat too, and this will make sense. The DDT is the only bat too. If you do a weight distribution and you put that on a scale,
Yeah.
it's not really true.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
It's not really
That's
true
right.
weight. So a lot of people go, what's the end load? Dude, I'm telling you, it could be a 25, 26, and 27. It's all about swinging as fast as you can,
Yeah.
right? Because you have dual distribution. So it's a false sense of, let's say this is a 16. Oh, this is a 16.5. This is a 16.5. But people are going to put it on there and go, shit, it's a 16.5. It ain't going to perform for me. No. Yeah, it's going to perform because I love a 17. This is a
Yeah.
16.5,
Yeah.
and I can hit it as far as I can a 17-ounce in load. You
All
guys
day.
do weight numbers, you'll know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So you have dual distribution, especially in this one too. You got weight here, right up here, and you have weight here. So when you put it on a scale, it's going to be a false sense of, oh, this
Oh,
is
it
just
don't
too
weigh
light.
correctly like they normally. There's no
Yeah.
reason. Don't put it on your scale. You're not gonna know what you're looking at. You know?
No,
It's not
you
gonna.
can't
It's not gonna
scale. This
tell
is
you.
the only bat
Yeah.
that I ever got that you can't
You,
scale it and come up with good numbers
no,
that
you
you've
can't.
had in the past. You
Yeah,
got to
you
get away
can't
from that
scale it.
past number and just go to a DDT number. You can pick up a DDT number scale, and it's going to be different than an end-loaded or a balanced bat.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I know that's a lot, but that's the best way that I can explain it because you have dual distribution. This is something, guys. This is something that's across the board has never been done. Nobody has ever
No.
developed the DDT. Nobody. And guys, I've cut bats open since they started making composite bats. I've cut every bat open. Nobody has that weight there. They claim they have a mid load, but it ain't a mid load.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's just something that we're finding out. Like when we developed this bat last year, we didn't know that it was going to do that. It just
No.
sounded like a good idea, right? We didn't know that we could
No,
go
I
down
mean
to
we knew it would work, but we
Yeah,
didn't
we knew
know
it would
about
work,
the
but not all the
25.
things that it's doing.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask
Yeah.
you this. Have you noticed that your consistency goes up? I have video of me hitting today and yesterday that I can take 15 swings. I'm going to hit 14 line drives everywhere. I've never
Well,
grabbed the bat that was that fluid, and it has to do with the dual distribution.
and it doesn't. This is 12 and a half. So if you take a 12 and a half barrel and put it to where it tapers off, because this is solid,
Yeah.
we don't count that. So this barrel would be more like a 13 and a half because
Yeah.
it doesn't taper off in the same place. But we didn't count it because it was solid. So you have a monster sweet spot with
Yeah.
keeping all the energy in the barrel. There's no miss hits.
Doesn't
It's
rattle your hands at all. I
no,
get no
you
feedback
can't
in
do
it.
it. No feedback.
Yeah.
And the big thing is man, I hate 25-ounce bats, but not in the DDTs.
You told me
I
that.
can absolutely
Yeah.
step on them in a 25 in the DDT.
When they first came out with it, me and you talked about that. Why are you getting this? I said, hell, why is my consistency go up? Why am I hitting line drive after line drive after line drive? Because of that dual distribution. It's actually helping me swing better. That's the only thing that I can say, because I'm hitting those balls up the middle a lot better too. I can pull it with it, and I've proven that. I can pull it with it.
Oh, you can pull
but
it with
every
it.
ball, it actually opens up the outfield for me a little bit more. I'm no longer hitting 5-6-0, down the line or opposite glove hand side. I'm going more center now. So I even if I want to go to right, my 7-year-old guys go to right field a lot, and they're looking at me like that ball goes far. Because the barrel, the dual distribution, common sense, the dual distribution is helping that barrel flex on that ball that's going, because you're not opening your hips to get any power on it.
That's
so he's
right.
laying it out there and popping it,
If
So
these
are little things that we
Yes.
found out after we built it, after we put it all
Oh
together.
yeah. The whole right center thing was something that we talked about that you seen and then I seen, and then we're like, man, yeah, same things happening across the board with everybody. But if you're a right center field hitter or up the middle and you don't buy DDT, you're doing yourself an injustice.
One other thing that we didn't know at the time, but it makes sense. We kind of thought it, but like we talked about, you're a big science guy. You're a big,
Mhm.
you know how to develop things, right? But we never thought that what it would do to mush balls, right? And this
Oh
is the
yeah.
big thing about mush balls. Nobody talked about that. It hits a 52-300 like it's a 44-375. The
Yeah.
distance wise.
That's what we're
Well, I was
seeing too.
pitching balls today, and there was this old ball that was in the bag. It had been in there for probably 2 years, and it was a short porch ball, and I knew it was all wore up, and I threw it, and Clem hit it out. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I said, okay, that's why you can hit mush balls out with it. And a lot of tournaments, like, I get asked this all the time. What is the best bat to hit when I'm hitting mush balls? DDT. Any DDT across the board that you can hit. And it's
Absolutely.
the dual distribution that is helping, right? And it makes sense because you have it weight here and you
Yeah.
got weight here. And it's helping that get to the core of that ball. It's compressing that ball.
SSUSA, guys. SSUSA.
Yeah.
If you're
On the
playing
ball.
SSUSA, find a DDT model.
Yeah.
Man,
And
the
just
ball is very
watch.
restricted.
Just
Yeah,
sit back
and
and
what?
watch.
Yeah,
Or any league play. You're hitting league play and they hit them shit balls in league play.
yeah,
It's just something that we pass on to you guys. And because I get asked that question and we're answering it right now is, it hits best bat I've ever swung hitting shit balls.
yeah.
You guys that
Absolutely.
hit that big old clincher ball, DDT.
Yeah.
DDT will hit that better than any bat you've ever swung. That DDT will hit that clincher ball. And I know there's a demand for that too out there. A lot of people
Yeah,
want to get bats
absolutely.
in load, and DDT. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Get to that
That's it.
core.
Super end low. The Platino power hits that ball pretty good because it's got huge mass on the end. The clincher ball. Yeah, the clincher ball. But yeah, the mid load and end load, it does things differently. It's a different type of model and it has its advantages. To the disadvantage of the DDT, if there is one, is if you're swinging a DDT, you need to swing a DDT.
Exactly.
Don't switch
100%.
back and forth.
You got to
Yeah.
throw.
Don't switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it swings different. You got the mid load and end load. If you swing it, you're fine. Don't get you a U trip if you want the senior DDT and you don't want to BP it to death, and because you don't want to swing your old bats, get a U trip DDT. You can hit it for probably the rest of your life in BP and hit the senior ones. If you want to take a ton of BP.
And this is
But I would stick with a DDT model.
Yeah, this is feedback from every one of my guys because
Yeah.
we were hitting all of the one-piece bats too months ago. When the DDT first came out, across the board, they said, Trey especially, if you grab the DDT, you got to swing the DDT. You can't jump back and forth.
Yeah.
Because it swings different than other bats, and
The mid load will increase your bat speed and your timing's off. It's just that simple. You will feel heavier than what you're swinging, and you will fight. You will slow down and speed up, and you will fight to find it. But if you only swing that, heck, 50, 100 swings, you're going to get used to that, and it's fine as long as you don't switch back.
Yeah.
So
can't go back and forth.
Yeah, don't go back and forth. I wouldn't recommend that. That is the one thing I would say. And that's not a drawback on the bat. It's a drawback on anybody who wants to take BP with old bat. That's a different bat, like an old U-Trip model, So
when you develop something that nobody else has developed, it's going to swing different because you're not reinventing the wheel. We're not reinventing the wheel, so it's going to be different swinging. We're actually putting something in you guys' hands. This is the bottom line, and I'll stop after this. We're putting something in you guys' hands that is a top performing and will carry a high batting average. Because we know that if we can develop something that has great pop, high batting average, it's going to sell. We're all about selling stuff, right? We're all about selling bats.
Yeah.
So that's what we did with the DDT, and we found out. We thought this last year when we talked about it, you going to Vegas, we thought this, but unless you get bro science in there doing it, that's what the DDT feel. I knew this right when I started swinging it 6 months ago. You know, when we first got the first well, actually 8 months ago when we first got the first prototypes. I go, this is just so fluid and it swings so good. But you got to hit.
This is where we've evolved to in our top tier models is making bats that'll make you a better hitter. And people all the time, you know, talk about the OG and how it is basically counterweighted. Well, the reason is if you're older and heck, you get a little tired faster, and that barrel is so responsive, it can swing light. That's how hot that barrel is.
100%.
And it will make you a better hitter if you are somebody who gets a little tired. Hell, I do. I run around the bases one time, I'm tired. And if you're playing the second game and the third game and or 2-3 days, a larger tournament, the OG will make you a better hitter with that barrel on a faster swinging bat. And you can't pull that off with another barrel, but you can with the OG. And,
Right.
and this with the DDT and the blackout OG, and this is the thing why people are having so successful weekends. I mean, how many guys do you know hitting these two bat models that are going out there and literally having 800, 900, 950 weekends every weekend?
Yesterday they sent me a big text message on that same thing. Same thing on those bats. Like their batting average. They don't have to drop down from a 26 to a 25 with the OG. They can keep it's light. They can, and they still get the barrel response. So they're thinking in their mind, they're thinking if on their bats, they're going, I'm going to carry a 27 and a 26. I swing the 27 first and I'll drop down to 26. Well, why don't you just buy an OG, stay with it and hit it, you know? Because they're trying to create more bat speed, but they don't understand with an OG, that barrel is so great. They don't have to create that. So we took that element out of there where they could just stay with one bat. And if you're going to get a OG DD, if you're going to get an OG, right, blackout, just stay with a 26 and get another 26. That we hit one batting practice and you hit one in the game, you know? So that's what we're doing. And I think that's because when I first came on, I knew that you guys were going to do this, but making everybody better by giving them better technology and better material, basically, is what we're doing.
And that's the thing, you know, made better barrels. Yeah, and explain it. Made better barrels that swing better, you know, and then make a variety of bats for all different players. And that's what we said we'd do. That's what you and I said we were always doing. And we delivered this year in the different models because we have had a lot of different models for a lot of different players. And I know you've put, God, I know you every day you're putting bats in people's hand, finding them the right bat. And if it's a bat we don't have now that we made 2 months ago, our people will hunt you down that short porch bat and find it for you if you like it and it fits your swing. If you're looking for a certain bat and it fits you, because we move through them, because we're trying to do bat fitting and move through models. So if there's a bat out there, I guarantee you we can probably find that bat for you, you know. So and Christian and Cage does a good job of that. You know, they hunt them down and get them into people's hands that fit them as we find out what they need. But we have such a variety coming out for Vegas. You'll be able to just pick up one of the new models because there's going to be so many that chances are you'll be able to get fitted into one of the new models. Normally we wouldn't have all the models at once, like this time of year for states and worlds, but states and worlds we do have the models, you know, to fit almost everybody going into the what should be the most important time of the year in my opinion.
Definitely in the year.
Yeah, you know, so you need to have a bat that's going to make you a better hitter. And you know, we've seen it with Trey last year. We had the second anniversary, second anniversary wig popper. We put that in his hands. It fit him really well. He had a huge tournament, right?
Huge,
you know?
An ungodly tournament. It just wasn't huge.
Yeah.
It was. He made one out worlds, and we fought all the way back to take third place. And he had 30 something and 38 at bats. something like
Mhm.
38 at bats. So he was 37 for 38 out of that with that wig popper. But then again, it's the wig popper, right? Like he always says, it's the wig
It's the
popper,
wig popper.
and that's his favorite.
It's the
That's his
wig.
favorite bat too, as everybody knows. That he brags about. Yeah, I'm getting tired of it. I really am. Can I just let him go, Leslie? Can I just like let him
Yeah, we can.
let him go?
We keep him around.
I can cut him really easy. He's getting a little swag going to him. When he shows up to BP, he comes walking in there with a little swag going, right? And then here's the
Yeah.
deal, too. You know what he was swinging yesterday? Because he didn't show up today because he had work to do. He was swinging because he didn't want to burn up his bats, right? So he was swinging the gray wig popper from the beginning of last year.
He
The
liked
beginning of
that
last year,
bat.
a year and a half. And
Yeah,
then
he liked
I'm
that bat.
pitching to him. I said, we're not, I don't need no video. There's going to be a little small clip of me and him jousting back and forth. I said, that does nothing for me. This is wasted swings. And I got to pitch you wasted swings because that bat's not even made anymore. I like it. And I'm like, oh, dude, me and him are just going back and forth because I'm mad at him because he's taking bats from 2 years ago, wig poppers. And he's going, it's just my backup to my backup. And I'm like, all right, whatever, man. And he hit it good. I mean, he does hit that wig popper really good.
Oh
I
yeah,
will say
that gray one was it was a good bat. It really was. I keep 27 OG the OG red wig popper from a few way years back in my bag. So Sean Thompson and I was hitting about a month ago, and I just pulled it and took, I still like to hit it when I'm hitting the new stuff. I still use it mainly because I barrel it up. My barrel rate is so good with that bat that I can judge other things. I know how far I should hit that bat. I don't miss it. I'm just, I'm really good with that bat with the whole setup. I swung it a lot. And I pulled it and took about 7 swings with it and didn't think nothing about it. Well, Sean Thompson, he had filmed the whole hitting. He films our hitting when me and him hit a lot of times. And I guess his wife was editing it and she's like, did he pull an OG red wig popper? And just like one after another, everything just out the park, out the park, out the park. And Sean's like, man, he just don't mess with that bat. Everybody's got a bat that they can pull. They're just going to barrel it. I can pull that bat and barrel everything I look at. And I'll tell you, I keep it in my bag. So if I get in a slump, if I'm mishitting something, I'll go back to it, even though the barrel on the blackouts and the newer stuff's a little better. But I'll know if I were to have a bad game, you might see me pull it out because I know I'm going to barrel it up. And if you don't barrel the ball up, no bat's going to help you.
No, I agree.
But that bat, I mean, obviously it's still a high performing bat. And it's 3 years old and in my bag, so how hot that bat would be. But that was kind of a funny story. Sean does film. He likes to film. You see, he films a lot of his stuff. So,
yeah, he does.
He's a good hitting partner because he does film everything, and he'll send me clips, and I don't even ask him to, but they're great. And Sean is a terror with a bat in his hand, guys. Sean Thompson is a holy terror.
Yeah, I know he does all his games too.
Yeah, so he hits the shit out of it, and he'll hit 3-4 different short porch bats in a game and go 4 for 4. Hell, I can't do that.
No,
there ain't no way,
Dude, I've always been
and he'll swing different ounces, Dave.
Yeah.
He'll swing 25, 26, and 27, 13-inch, 12-inch, 2-piece, and 1-piece in the same game. I've never seen anybody be able to do that. Not like he can. And he don't even think about it. He didn't. And if he did make an out, he wouldn't blame it on the bat. It's on him. No excuses. So, what a great dude, man. I'll tell you, he is a shitty pitcher, the worst pitcher I ever seen. Everybody can pitch better than him, including Leslie. So his wife is a badass pitcher. She's a good pitcher. So if Sean comes, bring Jen so you can hit, because otherwise you're just watching Sean hit because Sean's terrible pitcher.
Yeah. I deal with that every day. Every day one of my guys are out there. Trey, I think Trey does it on purpose because he doesn't want to pitch.
You
So
don't
get up
want
there
to
and
pitch.
act all lazy.
Yeah.
And I'll go, just get out of there, Trey. Oh my God, you're making everybody bad.
And
You know,
Sean,
okay, he'll go and sit down.
and Sean can't throw around the infield. True story. So like he can't throw it back to the pitcher hardly. But he throw one from the fence to second or third base, 200 plus feet on a dime, like throw my man out. And he can't throw it for 10 feet though. He can't pitch it or throw it. But if you back him up in the outfield where he plays, he'll stand on the fence and throw your ass out. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I can only Jen's
Yeah,
on here facts.
She did it in all caps.
It is the craziest thing. I'm telling you, he was catching and he was like, our pitcher is working, trying to catch the ball. Next inning, he's in right field at the gate, throws a one to second base. You could have hung clothes on it, Dave. It was right on the money. I'm like, what the hell is going on with
You
that
got
guy?
too much of an arm. Got a big
Yeah,
cannon
you got too much of an arm. He don't know how to throw easy or underhanded. It is the craziest shit. And man, he can hit, but you're not going to get no BP hard. If you can hit Sean, you can hit anybody. That's, maybe
See?
why I'm hitting better because, he is tough to hit off of, man. I'll tell you.
It makes you a better hitter.
Tough. Yeah, it makes you a better hitter. Leslie's she's been doing a little pitching. I hit some of my furthest bombs off her at a stadium sized field last week.
No way.
Yahweh.
Yeah, Yahweh.
Tammy used to. I can't get her out there anymore. She will
Yeah.
not do it right now.
Yeah,
she used to be good. Yeah, she pitched me all the time, and she just.
Well, Sean was late. Sean was late getting there, and thank God because I wouldn't have got no BPN if Leslie wouldn't have pitched. So Sean's late. Leslie pitched. She pitches pretty good the first round. I hit some bombs. Then it's 110 day. She's pouring water on her. After about 20 minutes, Sean's his shop's way out in Jessup, Georgia. So he was coming from his work. He was running late. It was like an hour drive just to get to the field, and I was by his house. So Leslie's like, well, I need to exercise. I'm going to throw a second round. Man, she couldn't throw a damn strike that second round, though.
It was so hot.
She was dying out there in the heat. So
I wasn't dressed for it.
Yeah. She dumped so much water on her and looked so bad. I had to take her to fast food after we left. I couldn't even take her to a restaurant.
Poor Leslie. Oh my God.
I didn't even know. I thought I might should drive through the drive-through, man. She was just soaked. She kept dumping waters all over. She almost looked homeless by the time I got her out of there. I'm like, playing ball in the heat's different, isn't it, Dave? It is different. Yeah. I know y'all do it in Texas. So.
Yeah, I try not to. Though. I try. Yeah. He just, as you get older, just heat kicks your ass, man.
Oh man.
I try to stay away from it.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Well, thank you, Dave. I know, man, we're doing lives and shit almost every day right now. We're all over everybody, showing off everything, going into states and worlds. And now with the USSSA and senior hopping and ASA, it's just something to talk about every day. So, we appreciate it. And we're going to keep pumping out bats here. This young lady's going to keep making these cool paint jobs for us. And man, she's really stepped up her game. I think she improved the artwork just as much as we improved the bats this year.
I think so. If you look back at my really old bats.
Yeah. Let's look. So
yeah, the night shift. You got the night shift or battle shift?
Well, this is the first one. So this is the
That's
night
a big daddy.
Yeah, this is one of the first two bats that come out, and Dave hit this bat.
Yeah.
So. Where do you think we've come on artwork that this is Leslie? So she got a little better over the years,
Night and day.
Night and day.
Yeah.
So
night and day.
But yeah, so
we'll have to walk down memory lane with bats one day.
Yeah.
That'd be alive.
And we've improved on tech but I don't know. Maybe she improved more than us because this was pretty damn good bat, Dave.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
Simple. That's all it is. Just simple.
Yeah.
Get it out there.
But the bat hit this for 40 and over because I was playing 40s ball. It was basically designed on my swing. It was before I knew what senior ball really was.
Yeah.
This for 40-year-olds, and I know you had Mark Reeves hitting this, and it worked really
Well,
well
it
for
worked
him.
for him, but
Yeah,
he was a
it did for
40-year-old.
me. I think I was 47 when I designed this, and I was quite a bit even stronger than I am now, and it worked really great for my swing. And what I didn't understand at the time is my swing wasn't like senior softball, because
Yeah.
I'd never played senior softball. And until I, come out with the red wig popper, did I start understanding that I needed to make senior bats for senior players. This was a great senior bat for young 40-year-old senior players, so it's that's just the facts and where we were, and we learned, and you seen the progression, and we're still doing it, right?
Well, we
So,
came a long way in a short period of time. I will say
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I will say that. Trial and error.
Yeah,
You
it
know.
seems like forever, but we're still we're the youngest large company in the country, I guess you should say.
Yeah.
And is that the way to put it? I don't know how else to put it.
We're still, yeah,
Yeah,
as far as time, we're babies.
Yeah, as far as time, we're infants, and
We haven't been around
yeah,
20, 30
I know
years.
there's a lot of bat
We've been
companies out
around
there.
like 3.
Yeah, we've been around 3 years,
For
and
bats.
been around 3 years, and we're one of the largest bat companies in the country
So
now.
imagine where we'll be wherever all the other bat companies are now.
Yeah, they're 20, 30 years
20,
old.
30 years.
Yeah, 20, 30. Lord knows how old Easton is. Been around. I swung Easton's when I played T-ball, so they've been around a minute.
Since I started playing.
Yeah,
They
so
were there before that too, a little bit before that. And it's 81, 82. Easton came
Yeah.
around, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. Long time.
Yeah,
Long time,
long
40
time.
something years.
Been around a minute.
45 years.
Louisville Slugger been around forever.
Yeah.
Long time.
It's all,
Yeah, they go back to wood bat days. They still make really good wood bats, I'll tell you, and that's something I hope to do in the future. I know we will be doing. We've already tested wood bat models in the past, and there will be short porch wood bats out. And as we get into baseball, super excited about that. I always coached in a lot of wood bat tournaments, so I know the need for wood bats. That kids break them, so they buy a lot of them and need top tier wood bats at a good price, and that's something we hope to do too. As parents have to buy maybe 4 or 5 of them in summer ball leagues, unless they're a lot of the problem with wood bats, kids, you get them a $240 wood bat, and then if they're mishitting a 88-mile-an-hour slider on the hands or the end, then they break it. So you need a lower price kind of top tier wood bat, and I know there are some out there, but spending that much on bats for a kid to miss it in a game and get sawed off and break the bat, that's not financially smart, So that's something we looking at for the future, is to put a top tier wood bat at a good price, for parents. So, but we will let you get off. I know it's late, and thank you for everything. I'll talk to you in the morning. I will be traveling to Dalton, so if you need me, just call me. I'll be on the road most of the day.
All right, brother. I'll see
All
you,
right.
Leslie.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys. We've been on 2 hours and 15 minutes. No, hour. I think we started 6:30. 2 hours, yeah, 2 hours 15 minutes. Shit, time flies, guys. I got a few things to talk about, but I will do that on Friday. I know a lot of people have been watching. We kept a pretty good group of guys watching tonight. Do it again on Friday. I got a lot of things I don't want to talk about on Friday. Try not to bust into 2 hours on Friday, so it's going to be short. I'll see you guys on Friday.